Hello everyone, welcome back to South Point Airsoft. Today we will be featuring Sir Matthew from Davao's WE M4 CQB, and it comes with an extra magazine. So let me just pull this bad boy out of the box. So here it is, it's plastic. Let me go over some inclusions that of course come inside of the box. Of course, we have the unit itself, the normal included magazine. So in total, we have two magazines here. We have the loader for both of these magazines. This is a tube loader. And under the gun, we have, of course, instruction manual for WE M4 rifles. And an AR wrench for removing the castle nut and the delta ring or barrel nut of the unit if ever it needs to be disassembled in the future. But enough talk about the inclusions. Let's focus on the main highlight. Just take it out of its plastic. A bit clumsy to do this while wearing gloves, so I'm sorry. Not the most flattering display, but it's got it. And being defeated by a plastic bag. But okay, I got it. Here is the WE M4 CQB. Let me go tip to butt in discussing this unit. Up front, we have a standard birdcage flash hider that you'd normally find on this style of M4 rifle. Behind that, we have our front triangle sight that is aligned, of course, with the iron sights that are built into the carry handle. You have two sight pictures with the carry handle. First, this more precise but narrower dot, and flip that, you have a wider sight picture but less precise, of course. But anyway, back to the front, we have a quad rail right here. It's also made of metal. All of the slots are marked, as you can see. And again, quad rail because it is Picatinny on all sides of the rail. Behind that, we have the delta ring that clamps and locks in the handguard. I won't really be moving this because that's how you disassemble the front part of the unit. Again, we have a carry handle on top. This one is removable and it exposes a Picatinny rail segment underneath. The reason I showed this side is to explain that to remove this rail, you just undo both of these screws. You should be able to twist these off with your thumb, and that will reveal this Picatinny rail segment underneath for any optics that you may wish to add in the future. Now let's talk about the upper receiver. On this side, the right-hand side of the unit, you of course have your dust cover. See, locks into place. You also have your forward assist. This forward assist actually works. So if ever you experience some, stoppages for the BCG from like mud, dirt from playing, you can assist it by pressing in on the forward assist to nudge the bolt forward. On the left-hand side of the unit, you of course have your bolt catch paddle right here. This actually works considering this is a gas blowback rifle. And of course you have your fire selector down here. Now moving towards the rear, you have your standard buffer tube and buttstock with another sling mount. Not sure if I mentioned that there is a sling mount up front. So you can use 2-point slings with this unit for better experience in terms of carrying. And again, this stock is adjustable. It can lock into several different positions depending on your preference. Personally, I like it somewhere in the middle like this. And that covers most that there is about this unit. Now, let me very briefly discuss both of the magazines. So, the two magazines that you will be receiving are of the Stanag pattern, so they're made of metal. They're both green gas, so to gas them up, there is a gas refill inlet down here at the bottom hand side of the magazine. That goes for both of these magazines. As you can see, they are of the exact same pattern. And let me just briefly pause so that I can get my container of BBs to demonstrate how to load it. Alright, I have my container of BBs right here. It's now time to demonstrate how to load these magazines. So while the video was paused, I took the liberty of fully loading and gassing up the other magazine and partially loading this one. I will be demonstrating how to fully load it because, well, the process is the same. There's an included tube loader with the unit, as I previously mentioned. You're going to want to line up the tip with the little ridge down here with the front of the mag, so where it curves. So you can see where it curves, that's where I'm lining up that little piece. Next, what I do is I hold it in this position, I take BBs, and then I just drop them into the tube. If you have a speed loader, this can go a lot quicker. Unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced my speed loader. I'll do it manually. You can do it manually, and it just takes a little bit more time. But once we have 15 BBs in the tube, you know you have 15 because there's a marker right here. It says 15. You just put the plastic plunger back on, and the side that slides back on is the side with the little notch. As you can see, the little cutout. That's the side that lines up with the hole on the tube. You place the magazine against your chest, and then you just push down while supporting the base of the tube. That will push all of the BBs inside of your magazine. Now, your magazine can hold 30 rounds, so 2 full loads using the tube loader, and you have a fully loaded magazine. Now, to gas up the magazine, take your green gas canister, give it a little shake, and assuming the magazine is empty, it's about an 8-second load. But these magazines already have gas in them, so I will be doing a 6-second load. So to load the magazine with gas, you just line up the tip of the canister with the inlet and press in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As much as possible, you want to mitigate gas hissing out as you load it, as is generally wasteful of gas. Next, we can insert our loaded mag into the unit, rack back the charging handle of the unit. As you can see, pull the BCG back, and letting it go will chamber around. Now let me just switch angles so we have a more flattering view of the unit in action. Alright, it is now time to test fire the unit. Now wearing my helmet and my ear pro for extra safety. First, I will be firing it in semi-automatic. Here we go, test firing. As you can see, pretty accurate. Now let me just put up the canisters again and demonstrate it in full automatic, and then I'll switch to the other mag as well to showcase that both of them are working. Alright, with the canisters back up, let us now test fire this in full auto. I'm not sure how much ammo is left. If ever we run out of ammo prematurely, this would be a good time to tangent into what to do when that occurs. Right, here we go, full automatic. Yeah, that was the last round, I was right. We didn't have that much left in the unit. But when you run out of ammo, what should happen is the bolt should lock open like so. and you're free to release the mag. And considering we have another loaded magazine, what we will do is load this mag in, press in on the bolt catch paddle, and by pressing in, we send the bolt forward, and we are now good to continue shooting. I will fully dump this magazine in full auto, so this should be a nice spectacle to watch. Go, full auto. And we are now out of ammo. As you can see, both magazines working, all of the features of your unit fully functioning, and overall, spectacular rifle from WE. Do hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to enjoy and play safe. A large thank you from the South Point Airsoft team.